Hey guys, Zimster here to teach you some of the best ways to level your units. I see a lot of people getting discouraged because of how much grinding is involved with leveling units. I mean, the grind is real for Conqueror's Blade, but it really isn't that bad compared to most other games. For example, I was able to unlock and max Iron Reapers in 1 week. Took a bit of grinding, but it's totally possible. So with that said, let's jump right in. Let's look at what items and features we can use to help us level our units faster. There are 2 items that can help you boost unit experience. One is battle unit XP cards and the other is premium account being active. You can find both of these items in the Sovereign store by hitting C and clicking on consumables, and you will find both there. The store shows 10 battle unit XP cards that you can buy, and then you can buy a 30-day, 90-day, or 180-day premium account pass. So those are the 2 options you have for boosting your XP for your units. I highly recommend it if you have the cash. If you don't have the cash, look out for giveaways. People are always giving away premium account passes and battle XP cards. With this video, I'll actually be giving out a bunch, so make sure to comment and I will see what I can do. One other thing that can give you more experience for every battle is Mercenaries. So you can look at Mercenaries by pressing U and going into Mercenaries and hitting Mercenaries. So every single one of these units can be used to give you more XP as long as you bring them with you into the battle. They would have to be part of your war band when you're fighting. So if we go ahead and look at the Martellatories that I own, you can buy them. You can purchase them with sovereigns or silver. So you don't have to pay for these with cash. You can use silver if you work on your methods of making money. It's actually not too bad to get to 250k silver. So what you can do is look at my barracks. Let's go to Martellatories, and you can see right here in their unit traits, they are exemplar units, which means they get 10% hero XP and unit XP and 10% more honor. So all those things are great to have, so I highly recommend getting those if you have the silver. Alright, let's go ahead and start talking about the different game modes you can play to gain unit experience. For standard battles, you have training camp, field battle, and siege battle. So let's talk about training camp really quick. So training camp is you going against an AI. It's like a field battle or siege battle, but it's versus AI instead of real people. So with that, you are going to get decent experience, but you're not going to get as much as a field battle or siege battle. And the training camps usually are pretty quick. They're about 5 minutes. So that's another thing to consider, because you're going to waste a battle experience card on each battle. So like if it's only 5 minutes, you know, you're wasting 3 every 15 minutes, which you'll go through them pretty quick. I would recommend doing training camp if you're not ready for doing field battle and siege battles for, training. But if you are ready for field battles and siege battles, I would recommend doing those first over training camp in these game modes. Also, siege battles are a lot of fun because you're learning the game, you're going against real people, so you actually get to learn a lot more. Field battles aren't as long as siege battles, so usually siege battles give you more experience. On average, with about 130% boost I get for experience, I get around close to 45 to 50k experience a game, and that's with about 100 plus kills and about 3 to 5 hero kills. So it's something definitely to consider. I mean, 50k experience is huge per just one match. But I'll be honest, the best way to level your units is expeditions. So you have 3 types of expeditions. There's expedition 1, 2, and 3. As a starter beginner, you can definitely do expedition 1 and 2. But if you're really just focusing on experience and you're getting good enough at the game where your units don't die instantly, I would highly recommend doing expedition 3. Now, expedition 3 has 3 different maps. There is Eagle Pass, Westwood, and Desert Fortress. And what I want to do for you guys is break down how I do my expeditions, so hopefully it kind of comes easier to you guys, or you can actually see like a better way of getting unit kills without fighting with everyone in the match about like, why are you taking all the kills? It's like there's a way to work around that. I mean, sometimes you just can't help the people that just want to zerg a bunch of stuff, and zerging means like they take a very high level unit and they just kill everything with it, and they don't leave anything for anyone else. So I'm making this video saying, guys, please stop doing that and like let some of the other players get some of the kills. There's no reason you need 300 kills. Alright, before I break down each Expedition 3 map, I want to say that if you get bored of expeditions, make sure to switch it up with sieges and maybe even do the training AI, just matter on how you're feeling. Don't get burnt out on expeditions. Just do them until you feel like you've done enough, and then maybe go do sieges and then come back to them. Don't just grind and you're just like sick of it. Make sure to kind of rotate through the different game modes. That is a big thing I wanted to note. And now let's go ahead and talk about Siege of Eagle Pass. This will be the first expedition map we'll talk about. And as you can see right in the beginning, you want to push as fast as possible and get as many unit kills. There are plenty for everyone. I highly recommend bringing mounted units. If you're a low level, I'd recommend getting Couturiers. And every unit that you bring into the match, you want them max level except for the unit that you are trying to level. So my Selim Chids in this video are maxed, so none of the experience is going to pass on to them. It's going to all pass on to my other unit that I'm leveling. And I believe in this video I am leveling my Ren Marksman, and I will pull those out before the end of the siege so that they get the experience. You got to make sure that you take them out and actually use them, or actually just spawn them for a minute so they get the experience. Alright, so let's move on to Westwood. Really quick, let's look at my warband and look at, I have the Martellatories for the extra experience, I have maxed out Spear Sergeants, and I'm leveling my Iron Reapers. So this is the kind of setup you would want. And then once we actually jump in, you just go ahead and push straight in. Alright, so at this point, make sure you're not taking on too much archer fire. You want to try to kill all these melee units and then push in and get all the archers. Alright, once you're done pushing, go ahead and swap out for Spear Sergeants or whatever shields that you have that are maxed. And then go ahead and start killing all the units that spawn around the map. So let's go ahead and talk about the spawn points. So here are the 5 stages to this map and all the spawn points in order. So feel free to look this over and get used to the spawn points, so that way you know where to rotate to or where you might want to go and just stay there, because there's multiple spawn points. And once you're done, hopefully you get a vault. You have a good chance of getting vaults at the end of expeditions, and you should get around 40 to 50k experience, mattering on what your boosts are. So I'm like right in the middle. And that was with like 270 kills and 1 hero kill. Hero kills actually give you extra experience, so keep that in mind. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to Desert Fortress. Here I'm selecting my units. I'm going to go with my Martellatories for the experience boost, my Reapers because that's what I'm leveling right now, and then I'm going to pull my maxed out Spear Sergeants. And so shield units are really good for this map. You can also do cavalry, but I would recommend for lower levels, you probably have Spear Sergeants, so bring those because you can block off the entrance points from the spawns. Alright, right in the beginning, you bring the units that you want to level and you swap them out for your maxed out units that you're going to take to kill units. So right here, I'm going to swap them out, and then I'm going to pick where I want to go. You need to do this quick before other people start taking all the spawn points, because everyone likes to camp the spawn points in Desert Fortress. So you get your Spear Sergeants, for example, and you pick where you want to go. I usually go to the east part of the map. Every single side of this map is great except for the southern part, because it doesn't spawn units right away, and you actually don't get a lot of units down there, but you do get heroes, which are worth some good experience. So that's something to take as a note. Alright, so you're going to want to set up your shielded units just like this to where they block off the corridor just fight with them and you should be good to go. You should be able to get, over 100 kills, no problem. This is a very good map for unit experience. Alright, so let's go over the spawn points for this map. There is actually quite a few, so I'm going to go ahead and put them on the screen. So if you ever need a reference to the spawn points in order, go ahead and look at this, and hopefully this helps you. Maybe this will help you even get more kills because you know where everything's going to spawn at and when. Alright guys, that's everything I got for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. Have a good one.